Hi, I'm Craig Vincent from Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance, and I'm here with Ray Tatter of California Stage.
Yep, California Stage. I didn't pick that title, by the way. I thought it was just a little too broad. But a bunch of people who founded California Stage in '93 chose it, and we kept it. That's all. And so this is our latest home, which has been for about 21 or 22 years. And it's an old factory building that Dennis Wilkerson founded. He was one of the founders. And we built 3 theaters here, actually 4 now with the outside theater, which we'll talk about later. So at any rate, there's an interesting concept here for a relationship between the arts. This place is also has artist lofts. There are about 10 or 15 artists, painters, photographers, Poetry Center is here, the Sacramento Poetry Center, and there's just a number of sculptor, all kinds of artists that have lofts in this old factory building, which is hard to keep up, but we have 3 theater companies that using it right now, and they're planning what they're going to be doing in the fall, and 2 more who are going to come in the early part of next year.
Well, that's fantastic. Why don't you show us some of these theaters?
Okay, they vary. There was only going to be 2 theaters. One called at that time it was called the California Stage. Now it's called Wilkerson Theater in honor of Dennis, who passed away. And then the other one is called California Stage in honor of the long name they gave it in the beginning of time. And then this one here, which was just to be a rehearsal hall. But when I found out that the rehearsals weren't going on Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday afternoon, I said, I'm going to put some chairs in there and maybe we'll do some plays in there. And now it's one of the more famous ones because it's tiny and it does just what a good theater should do. It has 29 seats. And do you want to go in?
Yep.
Okay, hold on a moment. I got to get a key.
Oh.
Okay, so California Stage Theater, 3 Penny Theater, we call it. Originally, we were going to call it 3 Penny because we were going to there's a 5-person 3 penny opera, and we were going to do it in here. But the theater community said, oh, no, you're not. You're doing the full blast 3 penny opera because we want to get a part. And so we had to do it in the big theater. And it was a terrific show. Nice 1940s chairs, and we're working on them right now. That's a sound baffle we just put up so that the sound doesn't be echoing. And there's a walk through and a door there. That's basic theater.
That's awesome.
You can't do Hamlet. Of course you can do Hamlet.
Sure you could.
Sure.
Do Hamlet in the living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to the Dennis Wilkerson Theater.
And how many seats are here?
47. 47 seats, and right now they're working on building some scenery over here for that filming we were talking about. Well, haven't been painted yet, but it's brick. And many, many wonderful shows here. My theater company does a lot of new works.
That's great.
In fact, we commission theater, and you won't find any Hello Dolly or Guys and Dolls or anything like that. We're not really that kind of theater. We let other people, in fact, too many people do that kind of work. Mm-hmm. And we forget that theater is a living thing that represents the people in California and Sacramento and what the issues are there. And we commission those kind of works and want to make sure that You know, we need to deal with major issues in California, and one of the ways to do it is using a good playwright. Well, we're going in the back way, of course. This is not the way that an audience might go in.
Well, we like the backstage tours.
Ah, right.
It's quite a scene shot
That's
you
our
have
shop.
here.
That's our shop that builds all the scenery, and we have a couple of really good designers. And this is the large theater. It has a 42-foot opening. A lot of junk because of COVID. We're not doing any plays in here. And it's terrific. Seats 99. You know, that was the old Actors Equity limit. You know, now we do pay our artists, most of them. And then we have a kind of program area where, you know, you can do good work. You can work your way into our company.
Well, that's great.
Lots of good lighting. Good lighting. And it's still work in progress. So let's go into the lobby. Ooh. We have a few Ellie Awards.
Oh my. Just a few.
I like the ones that say original theater work. And then some awards from other companies like this Peace Theater Award. We're very proud of that. We do a lot of anti-war theater. Yeah. And we're also into good art. So you can see that we commission artists from time to time to do work that we like. There's two dancers waiting to go on. Yeah. These are books that people give us, thinking that we would read them. We put them up here and give them away. No, that's not all true. These are like extra copies of things. These are all Shakespeare's works, free to your next person who wants to come and get them. Anyway, we give books away, and this just continues to get filled up again. And what else? I don't know. The theater, our theater company, as I said earlier, commissions theater work. And we just commissioned a work on, I bet you it's somebody that grew up in Sacramento whose name was a worldwide name, and nobody that I've asked in Sacramento has ever heard of this, except somebody who was older and read some of the books that he wrote. And his name was Lincoln Stefans. Ever hear of him? Mm-hmm. He grew up in what is known as the Victorian, which is the governor's mansion. Mm-hmm. It was his father who built that house. But he became the first investigative journalist in America. He and a woman named Bly. At any rate, she and he took apart a lot of corrupt governments in cities and counties and states, and did it with the press. And so something like Tammany Hall, which was run by a guy named Boss Tweed, you couldn't do anything in New York in 1901 without Boss Tweed saying, okay, I will do it, you know? So there's a play that's we've just commissioned to be done here. We did a play last year on the famous murderess Dorothea Puente, which we had commissioned over a 5-year period.
So how has California Stage dealt with the pandemic, and how have you managed to get through it and survive now that we see the light at the end of the tunnel?
A light at the end of the tunnel. Well, yes, it is, thank goodness. I want to say that we weren't able to use any of these theaters, and so we built one outside. Let's go look at it.
All right.
Yeah, we built it outside, and we followed all of the COVID rules. There was actually about 230 arts organizations that got together right after the COVID the endemic was at full swing, and they didn't get too close together, but what they did was they got together and they formed rules on how to avoid COVID, and we used those rules and also the governor's new rules to do this work. All of this is just out of order right now, but this is the stage right here. And there's a chalk line down over here. That's set at the governor's request, 25 feet away from an actor with no mask on. And that's where the first chairs are. And then they go back, and there's all 5 to 6 feet between them all. And we call it the social distance theater. As you can see over there, there it is.
So this is officially the 4th stage.
Yes. And we're
California
booking
stage.
plays in here. We're actually working on a musical right now. It's actually about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's a play that was actually done 25 years ago by the San Francisco Mime Troupe. And I find the play is still relevant. We still have, those two countries still have problems. And it's important that America understands its rules, the rule of order, and that we have an agreement that if Israel is attacked, we're in a war. And so we're going to do a play to bring that back to consciousness in Sacramento.
Well, Ray, I want to thank you for spending the time with us to show us around and show our community what California Stage is all about. And hopefully some of them will want to come and see some of your shows.
Hopefully.
And where can they find out more about you? What's your website?
CalStage.org.
CalStage.org. Okay. And you have a Facebook presence,
Facebook
Instagram?
presence there, yeah. No, we're all there.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ray, and we'll see you at the Ellie Awards.
Thank you, Craig.